Hey everyone, welcome back to Make the Music. Today I'm going to be building out a Pearl Jam, grunge, Mike McCready style guitar tone in Bias FX2 from scratch, of course. So you can join that for me here. I've got my, Les Paul Epiphone $200 guitar. It's kind of got that grunge flavor, that Marshall-y flavor that works well to push the mid-range. So that's going to be the guitar I'm going to be using today. If you're interested in building out really good guitar tones in your DAW with amp sims, I have a free guide called the 5 Steps to Building Great Guitar Tones with amp sims in your DAW. You can download that guide in the description. It's 100% free. I have tons of other tone matches on my channel if you want to learn how to build guitar tones, but let's get into this one here. Let's start building out this tone. Okay, so I've got Bias FX2 pulled up. Okay, this is cool and all, but this is not Pearl Jam flavored. So let's start building this out here. I'm going to add the gate in just to reduce some of the noise. When I think Pearl Jam, when I think, grunge or that Pearl Jam 10 album, I'm thinking Marshall, right? So JCM 800, definitely something that I'd lean towards. Already kind of has that sound and flavor. There's some other... they've added a bunch more amps to Bias FX2. I don't think I would go with the high gain. 1979 could be interesting. Okay, I actually really like that. That definitely has that forward Marshall push for sure. I also want to make this tone versatile for you guys. So it's going to have fuzz, I'm going to have wah, I'm going to have all the stuff that came on that album or was showcased on that album. So it has the orange cab. I like the gain profile here. There's not enough mid-range for me. And I know they definitely used a drive pedal at times. So how I want to do this is, let's find a drive pedal. Let's use vintage overdrive. So we can turn that drive pedal on and off to get a clean tone. Sorry, I'm just going to reduce the noise. So that's way too much gain. Let me bring the gain down on the amp. Let's mess with the pedal here. Let's try that. It's all about dialing it in. That's a really cool tone. That has a little too much gain, a little too much top. There's a lot of mid-range in this tone, a lot of low end as well. So we're gonna go to the EQ. Let's cut out everything below 50. Let's cut out everything above 12K. That's got a little more of that mid-range push going on. I'm gonna bring down the gain. Let's dial it in. It's like the tone on that album, it's a little past breaking up. It's gainier than just breaking up. For example, like a sound like this, you can feel the amp just start to break up. It's a little past that, but it's not ultra distorted. It gets fuzzy at times for sure, which we'll add a fuzz pedal in here as well as an option. So I think that would be in distortion. JB fuzz. Let's go vintage fuzz. I'm not going to use that right now. I'm going to turn that off, but it'll give you an option with the tone as well. Okay, I'm liking that. Let's bring the mids up. That's cool. That's still a little too thin, actually. We need more low mids. More mid-range. Bring the tone knob down just a tad. There we go. Now we're really getting somewhere here, I feel like. More mids. Yeah, that's really stinking close. I love that. Take even more top out. It's a dark guitar tone. Cool. I like this setup here. Let's also add in, so like let's say we decide to do the fuzz, because there are some really fuzzy tones on that album. Lots of fuzz there. Sweet. I'm going to turn that off though. And then we can always, like live, for example, when they recorded the album, they just turn the drive pedal off. Turn the drive pedal off, or to get those clean sounds. There, so we can have like that. So we can have the clean sound there, bring in the drive pedal for like the mid gain stuff. And then if we want to go maybe into solo or something. That feels really close to me. Wah is also a big part of the guitar tone on Pearl Jam's 10. So let's talk about, we could bring the Crybaby wah in for sure, and then you could automate that. Let's bring in the auto wah. See if we can get something interesting from that. Yeah, that works really well for me too. Definitely got that grungy sound. Bring in the fuzz, the wah, and the drive. Tune down maybe. That's pretty sweet right there. So the bass tone is, I'm using a gate, then I'm using the vintage overdrive pedal, distortion about noon, level about noon, tone close to 1 to 2 o'clock. The 1979 British gain is what I'm using for the amp. I got the gain close to noon, bass, about 2 o'clock, the middle around 8.5, the treble looks like around 3, presence around 4, master right up the center. I'm using the orange vintage 30 cab. I just went with the mic selection they had. Then with the EQ, adding a bunch of low mids and then slowly sloping it off in the highs. A low cut around 50, a high cut around 12, and this is the tone we get. And then we can take that drive pedal off for clean parts. Something like this, something from Garden. Roll the change pickup. Last thing I'm going to add is actually just a little bit of reverb to this thing. Let's go with the digital. There's some reverb all over the guitars on that album. Something like a hall or a chamber. Decent length. Nice. Add the drive back in. Sweet, so that's how to build a Pearl Jam 10 Mike McCready style guitar tone in by SFX2. Pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and share this preset to the tone cloud here. Pearl Jam 10. I'm going to put this under rock. Just going to say Pearl Jam 10 guitar tone. Upload. You can go ahead and download that one now in the by SFX2 tone cloud. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see other kinds of tones matched on this channel, you should leave a comment down below. I have that free guide as well that you can pick up in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. And anyways, I will see you guys next time.